wave today because I am feeling amazing. I've just got back from walking Dolly and thankfully I've managed to avoid the rain, which is absolutely brilliant. And I thought I'd quickly head over here and show you how to write the letter E. And as if by magic, here we are. So, in this video, we are learning how to write the letter E in print. All that means is that it's not joined up. If your child joins up their writing at school, we call that cursive writing. So if they do cursive writing, I have actually got a video where I write the E in cursive. So head over to that video now. If they don't join up their writing, you are in the right place. So, if you've seen some of my other videos, you'll recognise this by now and you'll recognise the routine that we're using. So first of all, we trace it. Then we copy it. Cover it up. No peeking. Finally, put your pen in the start position, close your eyes and have a go at writing it. I'm quite impressed with that one. Now it's important to let your child practice the shape of this letter as much as they need to before they move on to the next step. If they're struggling a bit, some of the things that you can do is get them to write it in the palm of their hand. You could make a salt tray, so if you've got a lid off a tub of chocolates or a tin of biscuits or something, fill it with table salt, get them to trace the shape of the letter in there. They could write it in the air. You could play a game where they can trace it on your back and see if you can guess what the letter is. That's a really good one to do if they're starting to know a few of the different letter shapes. There are lots and lots of creative ways that you can help them become more familiar and more confident in writing this letter. Once they've got it, get them to have a go at writing it on the line. Now, E is a middle zone letter, and I'm just going to move my page up so that you can see it properly. It's a middle zone letter, so it means that if you've got two lines on a page, it just stretches up halfway between the bottom and the top line. What I've done on my template is I've got a grey area that I've shaded to show the middle zone. Sometimes children find it really helpful just to have a guide that they can follow to help them with their letter sizing. Okay, so we're going to have a go at writing it now on the line. So here you go. As we can see, I'm just going to get it to go up to the middle zone. If your child finds this a bit tricky, all you need to do is just draw it for them or write it for them and then ask them to trace it. Sometimes children are never quite sure where to start a letter, so what you could do is you could just do a dot and then guide their hand, so get them to put the pen in the start position, guide their hand, so hold your hand over their hand and help them to write the letter. This just helps them get a feel for the shape of the letter. And once they start getting a feel for it, it will be so much easier for them to write. Now, let me move my page up again. Once they're confident with that, they are going to have a go at writing the letter, but saying the sound and the name. So just like this, is E, is E, is E, is E. It's actually quite difficult to do, but the reason that we do this is that it helps them link the letter name and the letter sound to this symbol. So is E. Once they've written a line, or even 2 lines, or even only a few, get them to be the teacher. Ask them to have a look and see which letter E they think looks the best. So I'm going to look at mine, and I think that I like this one the best. So I'm going to give it a tick. Another thing to do is just celebrate. We don't celebrate enough. We tend to expect children to do things, and we expect them to find it easy. Sometimes we expect a bit too much, and I'm guilty of that too. Every little success they have, celebrate it, whether you get them to give themselves a round of applause, which is, I don't know if I'll be able to show you it on camera, but literally clap around in a circle, whether you get them to give themselves a pat on the back or do a funky little dance around the room. Anything just to celebrate their achievements. We need to make reading and writing fun, because these are key skills that children need to learn that are going to help them as they grow up. Okay, so remember to celebrate. If you need to break this down over a week, if it takes 2 weeks, it doesn't matter. Just make it fun, keep them smiling, and you will be amazed at how they fly. So thank you so much for joining me in the lab today. Please hit like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future learning tips. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you soon.